Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Armchair Pundits weekend review show. But it's not actually the weekend, is it? It's midweek.
It's midweek.
So welcome to the midweek show. I'm so used to doing weekends that I've lost myself. Welcome to the midweek show, guys. As you can see, you got myself, James. You got Leon. You got Bevan, and you got Lamont here as well. How are you guys doing?
Boy,
I'm good, man.
only one of us is smiling again. Seems like
I'm still smiling.
Story.
Wait,
Still
hold
smiling,
on,
bro.
Oh yeah, we're never gonna get this full house.
No.
It ain't gonna happen.
How have we
not gonna
been
happen.
recording for almost 2 years and we ain't had one clean sweep? It's
That is
wild.
crazy work.
That's crazy.
It's mad.
I mean,
But-
we can say we have an unbeaten week.
Yeah,
We could probably say
midweek.
that. Yeah, we probably had one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a couple
this
of
week.
those, but that's it. Just this week.
This is one. This is one.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm beating this week.
Oh, yeah, true. It's not the holy grail.
Okay.
No, not for us.
No. Guys, thanks for watching. As I always say, please like, please subscribe, and also share and hit the notification button. And thank you for those who helped us get to 300. We have already gone past 300, so thank you for sharing as well. And we are racing to 400 subscribers. So thanks, guys. So this week, we have a packed show. And we'll start with our guest the player. Let's see whether Lamont can get it as quick as he did last week.
No, a couple of days ago.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah.
Should we have a hands
For a
up? So there's no
I'm
chat
looking for a
GP.
streak.
Yeah, I agree. We can put our hands up. No cheating.
I
Mine's
can't
up,
do
bro.
that.
They're out of shot. Mine's
Whatever,
up,
man.
out of shot, bro.
Hey, man is typing away right there, boy.
Meta glasses.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't even see. Oh, hold on.
I got it.
Yeah, cool.
That seems like it was too quick.
Yeah, that's the better one.
Waiting on you then, Lamont.
I said
He's
I've got
still
it, bro.
He said he's
Oh,
got
did you
it.
get it too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Sorry, my bad. All right, so all of you got it. You might as well all say it at the same time.
Already?
Yeah.
Dimitri
Payet.
Payet.
Yes, there we go.
Why did I not see Lamont say a single word? Someone looks at the sky like this. You could have at least done this.
You want me to give you a joke? I know exactly who it was, and I forgot his name at the last minute. I was like, "Oh my thing, what's his name?" I know it begins with P. And then when you said it, I was like, "Yeah, but that's the one."
Them ones there, yeah.
Boy. Cool. Right, that was one of my spares. As it's been a quick turnaround. So next week, I will make it more difficult, 100%. Well, I say next week, so 2 days, 3 to 4 days time.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Dimitri Payet. And he's still playing. So, that's an interesting one still. All right. We'll move on to the prediction table.
Ugh.
Prediction table is actually, it's turned around. And it's not looking good, bruv.
For who?
Looking good, bruv.
For who?
For who? Come on. Let us out of our misery, bro.
Boy.
Bro, the top's not looking. The top's are right. The bottom, oh my god.
Boy.
For some reason, like my season has copied Liverpool season. So Lamont's already crying. I can see it.
That was from
What's going
previous
on?
week. That was from the
As I
That
previous
was
said,
last week.
I've changed it up now because you guys are like, hey, you guys are not doing the calculations properly. So now you'll see last week's and you'll see this week's one. So you can see the full thing.
Yeah,
So
appreciate
as you can see, that was last week.
But you know
And
what?
now-
I don't remember last week being top of the league. I thought you put me second.
No, you're top.
No,
but
he's
he's supposed to hear us say it, so I'm not saying it again.
Yeah.
But as I was saying before, my season has taken like Liverpool's season because I shot out like a cannon, bruv. And now I think I've got 1 point every week for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, but I'll take that 5
Disastrous.
points to the bank.
Bro,
Disastrous, mate.
Or certain
you-
people haven't even put a prediction in, and they're almost still.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
all right.
Full
Well,
sense.
some people have, and they're still way below. So
They're still wallowing at the bottom. Starting from the bottom, now we're here.
If United could keep a clean sheet, I would have been moved a bit closer, innit?
yeah,
Fair.
I was actually
It's
worried
fair.
because I was sitting there thinking, am I the only one that's going to be on 1 point? So I cheered more than once for more than one reason when West Ham scored. Because, boy, we beat them at their ground, but some people couldn't beat them at their own ground. Don't know what happened there. But hey, we move. So, the running order of today's show, we'll discuss the Arsenal game as they're top of the table and seemingly running away with it. We'll discuss their game. Then we'll go on to the Newcastle Spurs game, followed by Liverpool versus Sunderland. Then we will talk about Man United versus West Ham. And then we'll briefly touch Man City because obviously they're in the title race now. And the shock result of the weekend, the midweek, which we can't really gloss by, was the Leeds versus Chelsea game. But again, due to time constraints, we will talk about them, but it might be fleeting. So, without any further ado, it's becoming a habit going straight to Bevan in this time. Man, home win for Arsenal. You hand your business and maintain the stranglehold on the Premier League's top spot with another 3 points. Say it with a heavy heart. Merino is, I don't know what's happened to him. Like this 2025, he's turned into a beast.
He's clutch, man. Pops up with a goal, gets an assist as well, and he's not just popping up with like the goal when it's 1-0, when it's like 3-0 or 2-0. He's popping up the goal when it's like 1-0 or we're 1-0 down or we need a winner, and he's the one that's coming on to change the game. And in a game against Brentford, who are very well coached, they're tough to break down. We weren't great, but we put in a performance that was just worthy of winning the game. And it was good to see that Arteta had made some changes in the game as well by not starting Saka, starting Madueke, starting Martinelli, and with starting Ben White as well. And he came on and not like he didn't actually miss a beat, and he's very different in an attacking sense from using Timber, because he gives a different option by going outside, and it showed. He had a good link up with Madueke. We go 1-0 up, and I felt like in the first half we lost a bit of control and let Brentford into the game. But even though their only real attacking threat was coming from long throws and stuff like that, but they didn't really have any. There was nothing to worry about. I think they had one chance from a corner. Raya makes a great save, but other than that, it was pretty comfortable. And then in the second half, we were able to bring on Saka, and he gets put through by Merino, and he scores a goal. But Kelleher could have done better, man. That was what did James say? Biscuit wrists. It was a bit limp. It was a bit limp.
Bro.
One thing I'll say that is starting to worry me a little bit about some of the injuries that we're getting, because Mosquera's gone down injured.
And Rice.
Yeah,
No, he said he's fine. He said he's
Right,
fine.
precautionary.
Yeah, I think that sometimes though, I think that what Arteta is doing is that if the players feels like he's having a bit of a niggle, instead of making him play out, he said, actually, no, we're gonna take you off to be precautionary, because last season where players were playing through injuries and it cost us, where we lost, whether it be Odegaard, whether it be Saka, whether it be Saliba, whether it be Gabriel, and now he's not taking those risks. But we're running out of defenders, and we can't really afford to get.
Well,
any
that's
more
a surprise,
injuries.
because you lot bought a shed load in the summer. Well, not in the summer, but in the last 12 months. It's weird though, don't you think, Bev? Just on that, because we were taking the mickey I say
Yeah.
all of us were taking the mickey. Even James was taking the mickey about how much defenders, and then you was like, bro, we've got another centre back. Like, how many more do we need? Even you, Bev. And look now, you're getting into, I wouldn't even say it's like dangerous territory, but it's worrying still because obviously you've got key guys, goal getters as well. You know what I mean? Not just people that can solidify the defense and stop you from conceding, but guys that are getting you goals in clutch moments that are missing. But then you got to say to yourself in the same breath, you've probably got more depth than you had last season. So him pulling people now, he probably can do that. Whereas last season, he probably didn't feel that he was in the position to do that.
He couldn't. And this season, if you notice, Arsenal have got a left footer and a right footer in every position. So they could play 2 11s. One's got one of the left footers, one of the right footers, apart from the goalies.
Yeah.
So we did need the strength in the depth, and I think that's what's helped us get through. And it's shown that in the last 2 games where we started 2 centre back partnerships, whether it be Nkapie and Mosquera, and then Timber's come on at centre back, and it's not really looked too disjointed.
No, it's true.
And because we didn't, Timber's come in and we didn't look
but
like
he's versatile, don't he?
I'm surprised.
He's versatile.
I thought you'd have put Ben White there because he's naturally an actual centre back. I know Timber's a right back that can play centre back. Obviously, it worked for you guys, but I assumed you'd have put Ben White at centre back, and then put Timber right back.
Right.
Yeah. Timber's actually the same as Ben White. He's a centre back by trade that can also play right back.
So, okay, I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was a right back by trade that can play centre back.
No.
Okay.
I actually play centre back most of the time.
But maybe he didn't want Timber to do all the running up and down, and and White can do it. And he came in like we didn't miss it. Like he'd been playing all season. He had a very good game. Very, very good game. So, winning a game where we didn't necessarily play great, but we just got the result, man.
I would say that obviously Saka coming off the bench and scoring a goal, that was a bit annoying because I was thinking the first 2 touches of the ball, I was thinking, they got his number, mate. They're going to clap him. And he's probing, and he got his goal in the end, which was nice to see. But I know that Madueke was probably feeling a little bit underwhelmed with the fact that he got subbed off for someone that came on and managed to do the business. I feel a little bit sorry for Madueke, because he shows all the glimmer and glamour of being like a great player. I think me and you were talking about it earlier, Bev. Like, he shows a lot of promise. And then you see the reason why Chelsea fans were so frustrated with him, because it's like, where's your end product? Like, his crossing from corners,
bro,
they were shocking.
They were bad.
Like, if you're meant to be set piece FC, then the guys that are stepping up to take them set pieces are meant to be, if you're meant to be. I never said you are.
Hold on.
The first choice set piece taker.
Your level.
Aren't you set piece FC?
Your level now on set pieces scored.
We.
Oh, we. Okay.
But no, if one of your USPs is a set piece, then you need your key guys on it, like Leon said, and like we've been saying. And Madueke can't even beat the first man. So it's like, bro, sort it out. And he's always trying this, he's always trying to do this jinky-majinky. And don't get me wrong, he has got it in the bag, but wait till your confidence is high, man, and start pulling out the stops, man. Like, he's getting
the jinky-majinky works. It's just the cross either hits the first man or doesn't get to where it's supposed to go, or he has a shot and it hits the keeper.
Well, no, it worked for your first goal, no? Didn't he do a jinky-majink pass back, run the back, and then the cross comes in and you scored the first goal?
Yeah.
So
but that was it.
I mean, but like from an assist, innit? Like, if you're gonna do the jinky-majinky, you want to beat a man and then flash the ball across the box, even if the player doesn't get to it, but you don't want it to like be blocked by a defender or something like that, because then it just like looks like there's no end product. It looks good on the eye, but it's not really it's not really coming to anything. And I think that's the difference when Saka comes on, because he looks like he's going to do the same stuff every single time, but it works, and he always picks the right. He always picks the right choice. Whether it's going to be a pass, whether it's going to be a cross, whether he's going to go outside, whether he's going to go inside, he seems to make the right decisions. So,
but that's the thing.
To come off the bench.
That's the thing about Saka, though. He is willing to go on the outside. Whereas Madueke, he ain't using his right foot to do anything. He's very, very one-footed. So more often than not, he's less likely to go on the outside. He's gonna always want to come inside and try to cross with his left foot. Whereas Saka he's at least, even if he knows that's his weaker side, he's willing to go there to at least make the defender feel uncertain about what decision he's going to make. So that's why you got replacements, man. Being able to rest guys when you can and bring players on if you need to. It wasn't like Arsenal were struggling; they were 1-0 up already, and they still managed to bring on Saka, Odegaard, and them guys to I guess finish it off. Yeah, and that's what they've done.
And now you've got Arteta complaining about playing 3 games in a week. Like, come on, man! You've got arguably the strongest squad in the Prem. Yes, you've got injuries, but they're not the only ones. Is there anything wrong with playing? What you played on Sunday, right? Or was it Saturday?
We played Sunday.
So Sunday, Wednesday. I know it's Saturday morning.
Every single Premier League team has the same fixture schedule for this particular week. So if he's complaining about,
they got a 12:30 kickoff.
Well, we know that managers like to do that, don't they, James? So it happens.
Exactly. Klopp had it for years, so Arteta needs to get used to it, bro. If he wants to be successful, he's gonna have it for many more years to come.
Yeah, I mean, we won a game that is on paper it looks like an easy win, but we got through it and roll on to Saturday, man.
Brentford didn't put a glove on you, bro. Stop that.
All right, bro. They put a glove on you. They put a glove on Liverpool.
You're making it out. You're playing it down like,
They took points off Arsenal last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this season you guys are a different animal. So, like I said, they didn't put a glove on you. You beat them 2-0 convincingly at home. You
just got to win the games, bro. That's what he's saying. You just got to win the games, isn't it? Just taking it one game at a time. You know what I mean? How long have I got? I got about 4 weeks for you to ask me if we're going to win the league or not.
I'm not asking you today. I'll ask you next week, though.
No, we said January. But yeah, we come through a difficult game. We got another difficult game on the weekend, and we just got to keep this rolling, innit? Because the new pretenders are Villa, innit? What, they're third? Because the last week's pretenders have fell off.
There's no pretenders right now.
Look how it's all changed. Man's calling people pretenders.
See that fence? I told you that.
Look at this guy.
Because
this guy.
People were talking up Chelsea, and then look what they did. So, boy, he's not wrong right now.
I never like injuries, so I won't pray for any. I just pray for bad form. All right. So we move on. Spurs, dramatic draw. Romero to the rescue with a shinner. But who cares? Rooney gets lauded for his shinner. So can Romero. So Leon, we all predicted, I think I even said it, that we're going to either get high scores or low scores in this prediction week because everyone predicted this to be a win for Newcastle. And I don't think the scores were even close. So I know you wouldn't have been happy with the overall performance, but were there any green shoots in that game for you?
Just the fact that we came back from being behind twice. We haven't come back to win a game in a very long time. I think we also came from behind to draw against Brighton as well. But it just shows that there's some fight left in this team. The table is kind of telling a lie right now because on the face of it, you look at the table and you think 2 wins and you're in 5th or 6th. And you're like, this doesn't even make sense. But everyone is dropping points where you don't expect them to drop points. In this case, we got a point where I did not expect us to get a point. Going to Newcastle,
it's a weak league. Arsenal's going to win it because it's a weak league.
Agreed.
Yeah,
totally agreed.
Right now, we're waiting for a challenger because Man City are not sure of themselves right now. But honestly, no. It was first half wasn't really much to write home about. The second half, you could see that Newcastle were on the ascendancy and took the lead with Bruno Guimaraes.
Good strike.
Yeah. But again, Tottenham not engaging attackers early enough, giving him too much time and space. And you knew it was going to be problems because in wide areas, when the ball goes in wide areas, we always seem to look a little bit weak, depending on who's defending. Really, Porro has good and bad days. Spence has good and bad days, and so does Udogie. So we knew that Newcastle were going to cause us problems. They've obviously got a very physical midfield, and that was the other area I was concerned about. But to be fair to Tottenham, both times they responded to Newcastle. Romero's first goal, if I'm being honest, that's a striker's goal. That diving header was beautiful. And I'll be honest, our strikers need to take a look at themselves about how they attack the ball when the crosses come into the box, because it was a brilliant header. And a lot of people talk about the overhead kick, but I actually felt like I was more impressed by the diving header. And the fact that Romero comes up, he comes under a lot of scrutiny because he has moments of brilliance as a defender. Like, people like how he defends, but in a certain aspect that he's physical and plays on the front foot, but he also makes a lot of mistakes. And I feel like we need him to step up. We don't have many leaders in the team. We still got a fairly young team as well. So we need him to do more of these kind of performances where he's kind of being a man and showing that he can lead this team, because so far we haven't really seen it. So for him to get that header was brilliant. Then the penalty, if I'm being really honest, I feel like Bentancur doesn't do himself any favours because he never once looks at the ball. Like, you're literally impeding a man and you don't even know what's going on behind you where the ball's coming from. So as much as I don't think it should have been given as a penalty because the referee saw what was happening and he never gave it in real time, I think the review, I think them changing it, and if you look at it, I don't think there's enough there to say, I think it's soft. But I'm also not surprised that VAR overturned it. And it's literally just because of Bentancur's actions. I think had that same jostling happened and he was facing where the ball was coming from, there would have been no problem. But because he wasn't even looking at the ball, all his intent is stopping Dan Burn from getting anywhere. And let's be honest, Dan Burn is a very difficult man to stop. And if you look at it, Bentancur still lost the fight. So he ends up literally...
He was in a headlock, though, to be fair, though. Yeah. He was in a headlock as well. So
agreed.
Dan Burn had him in a headlock.
That's my point.
They forgot that part.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I didn't think it was a penalty. But as I said, because Bentancur started the initial contact and wasn't looking at the play, he doesn't leave himself with any defense, because basically VAR's looked at it and gone, well, he's not trying to actually do anything with the ball. He's literally just trying to impede Dan Burn. But yeah, I think it's soft. I don't think it should have been given. I think the ref saw it. He didn't call it. Anyway,
you know what it is, though? I think when they go to VAR and they slow it down, everything looks worse in slow motion.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Terrible.
Of course it does. And that's the problem. It's re-refereeing. They said that they're not going to interfere where the referee's seen what's happening and he's made a decision or not made a decision because he's happy with what's happened. But they're overturning things all the time. So it's not just us. I know that it's going to happen all throughout the season, and we're not the first victims of this re-refereeing of the game. Newcastle scored a pen, and from there you're like, will Tottenham come back? We get from another set piece, typical Tottenham at the moment. We've got set piece, not defended well by Newcastle. Balls cleared in the air, and when I saw Romero going for this bicycle kick, I'm thinking, why?
By the way,
why?
Leon,
what
by
are
the
you
way,
doing?
he got fouled before that.
Yeah, it would have been dead, I reckon.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because
think
them
so?
refs, no, I think it was a pen, but I don't think the ref would have given it.
I think they would have.
I don't
know. They would have had to, because it was almost a carbon copy of Bentancur's. Almost a carbon copy. The only difference is my man just got up and just thought he wasn't Rooney.
It's Tottenham.
He wasn't ramping.
We don't get them soft pens like that, bruv.
Did you have the fight? Did you see the fight that you wanted to see from Sunday?
Yeah, but bro, yes. Like even there was times yesterday where Newcastle were counter-attacking and players were actually running back. Like even Kudus, who's not known for sometimes being a bit lazy.
He's frustrating, bro.
He's very frustrating on the ball at the moment because he keeps running down blind alleys.
But
and
it's not even that. He's just
the
slowing
ball.
down your play. You
Yeah.
give him the
Yeah,
ball, there's a fast
so
action,
negative.
and then he stops and he looks around, looks at the trees, looks at everything.
Tries to hold
then
it up.
pass it back. It's like, don't think there was one point where you were literally through on goal. And all he had to do was shoot. And at this point, you had to have a shot on target. And I was saying, no shot on target. And all he had to do was shoot. And he took one step over, two step over, three step overs, then passed it back. I was like, why not just shoot? You got a bullet of a left foot.
Yeah.
I'm in
the frustration.
I'm in a fans group, and right now, I'll be honest, there's a lot of debate about whether the lack of attacking play is the players or the manager's instructions. And I'll be honest, the only answer is it's got to be a combination of both. There's a distinct lack of confidence. There's a distinct lack of not being able to make the right decisions at the right time, which Tottenham have had for a few seasons. It isn't just recent, but there is some negativity in the way we set up and the way we play because there's just not enough forward passes. The progression of passes is always square, and that's something that the manager has. It's the way that our shape is when we've got the ball. It doesn't really make sense. I know he said he's trying to change it, but fans are impatient, and right now there doesn't seem to be that much light at the end of the tunnel. We've got a good draw away to Newcastle. It's never easy. Midweek up north, Tottenham are notoriously bad travellers. Right now we have a good away record, but we really do need to fix up when it comes to playing on the ascendancy and taking the game to the opposition. So yes, light at the end of the tunnel because of a much more spirited performance. But I wouldn't say that I was impressed by the way we played. I think it was more their fight that they showed to come back both times in the game.
I would say also, just another point there, Lee, when you're talking about Kudus, I was struggling to understand why he couldn't beat his first man from the corners as well. Like it was just, again, I'm thinking, did everyone just skip set piece week? Because you're just watching the game and thinking, brother, just over the first man, not hitting him.
Bro, it's not the first.
Again,
he did the same thing on the weekend, bro. So it's not like he needs to keep practicing if he's going to be the man to be taking it on that side. Obviously, we're still waiting for Maddison and Kulusevski to come back, but that's not going to be for a while. Even the manager said, "When I have news to tell you, I'll tell you," which tells me
I don't think Maddison's coming back.
They're not coming back for a while.
No.
This
So
season.
I think he'll be back this season, but it will be like March, more than likely.
The good thing is your away form continues. I think you're the best so far away form wise.
Yeah,
but obviously,
we got to win at home, man.
Be home form, bro. They're
We've
second
got a big
from bottom
game.
from home form. That's
He's
crazy work.
He's playing his old club on Saturday, so it's a chance for him to really show whether he's finding a solution or whether we're still in the same predicament we are currently in, which is not being able to do anything at home. It won't be. They played obviously they made it very difficult for Arsenal. I don't think they did anything to threaten Arsenal, and Arsenal's defense is solid, but you can see that if they play how they played against Arsenal, we won't score. We just won't. I just know. So we have to come up with something different, man. Honestly, they need to change the strike force as well, man.
Yeah.
I think you need to try Odebear with Kolomawani.
Me too.
That makes sense.
Me too.
I never understand it. They never play together.
Never play together. Even him, Odebear, and Kolomawani, Odebear, and Tel. I think they should just try the French connection and see what happens, man.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Can Odebear play right?
Yeah, he can. He can.
Okay.
Yeah, he's capable of doing both. So
okay, all right, okay. We'll move on to Liverpool versus Sunderland. So everyone's laughing, but because everyone predicted Liverpool to win, and I think most people predicted by more than one goal.
I don't think I did.
I think you did.
Didn't I predict the draw?
No, you didn't. Oh yeah, I forgot you're in hater mode.
No, I just knew that flipping what's his name? Van Dijk would be twerking up the place again. So there you go. 1-1 in your ass.
Yeah. It was First half was terrible. Second half was better, but I think in the end, even though we saved defeat through Chiesa just running his heart out, a draw was probably a fair result. We could have been 2-1 up. We could have been 1-0 up before they even scored. But there's so much stuff going on that it's hard to explain because we look like we can't press because we can't. But what doesn't make sense to me is it the fact that Klopp's team, some of them have gone, the main pressers, as in Jota, Nunes and Diaz were our key pressers. They've all gone. And is that an oversight? Because when you look at when we signed Slot, the top 2 pressers in Europe that season were Liverpool and Feyenoord. So it's not like he doesn't know how to coach a team to be extremely good pressers. So have we made a mistake in the summer by not signing players that can press properly? At the moment, it doesn't look like Isak can press because he's not fully fit. We've heard a lot about Ekitike being good in the press, but he hasn't got into it yet. So
he did when he first came. No, Jay, when he first came, I think so. From my opinion,
he did okay, but
early on.
But you got to remember, everyone kept saying how open we looked. We were open. Every time we won, you said you guys are still too open. Because they were beating the press. That's why we were so open. They were beating the press and getting straight past. So it's one thing looking like you're pressing well. It's another thing for the press to actually be working. So I'm wondering whether the press worked well last year because it was a case of, okay, you know what? We can use Klopp's press. It's not much different to what I want. And we can just do it. And now it's like, okay, let me use my press. And the players are now trying to adjust to it. It's just not working. Because I'm seeing clips online of how easy it is for teams to pop, and get out. I think Man City popped out from a press and they scored. We had them by the corner flag and they scored from a corner flag.
Do you reckon you're working hard enough off the ball then?
Touch the ball.
Are you working hard enough?
Because when you look at it, our running meters are high. Our kilometers are high. But the press is just not good. It's not functioning to a point where it's being effective. So it's almost like people just running for the sake of running. There was a clip where you saw it's like 1s and 2s and 1s and 2s, and they're sprinting their hearts out, but it's just not as a unit like it should be, like it was last season.
I think that's the main issue, isn't it?
That's the issue.
That's the main issue because when you're pressing, you're supposed to limit the options that the person who has the ball has. So when they're doing something in a panic, they're like, "Oh, who am I going to give it to?" They don't have no one because they literally every man is pretty much marked. So if you don't press collectively, it's not going to work.
The most damning statement of the season so far is Lebris came to Anfield, and in his post-match, he said, "I was surprised at the amount of space we had at Anfield."
That's rude. That is rude.
Honestly, when they had possession, they looked comfortable. They looked comfortable in possession.
I mean, there was a few worrying things. Go on, Jay. Sorry, go on.
Go on. I've said a lot. Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a few worrying things. Yeah, that I've noticed from body language to comments being made. Right. I'm gonna start with the body language. I saw something in that game that I've not seen before, and I've in a Liverpool side, and I saw a little bit of disharmony, if that's the right turn of phrase. There was a free kick, it wasn't a free kick. It was late on in the second half, and I feel like Jones had the ball around about the centre of the pitch, and Van Dijk, Gravenberch, and some other guys were indicating to him that they wanted him to just play the ball, and he was ignoring them. And Gravenberch was remonstrating like, "What are you doing?" And Van Dijk's like, "Come on, man, hurry up!" Like, and yes, okay. I think the message I'm trying to get across. Normally, the urgency doesn't necessarily need to be encouraged in the Liverpool side because you guys from last season, you were outrunning everyone. You were quick, everything. You're on the button. But now it seems like the injection needs to be it needs to come from somewhere. And if Slot isn't influencing the guys before they get out on the pitch, where are they going to find their inspiration? Because Van Dijk, by himself, said, no one in the team has unlimited credit. And that in itself tells you that he's looking at the big names in the side, like Salah and that, them and they're getting dropped. And, even Isak, maybe he's come in and not had the greatest game. Wirtz is still struggling to get a goal or an assist. All right, he got a deflected whatever this weekend, but that's not going to go down in his tally. That's going to affect his confidence. Where are these guys going to really find their inspiration from, if not from Slot? Like, where are they going to find it? Because right now, I don't think
they're professionals. It's got to be internal. It's like they're all of them are winners. Every single one of them, apart from Ekatike, has won something, or maybe Kirkes. They've all won stuff, so they should be able to do that internally. As far as I'm concerned, once you get out on that pitch, it's no longer the manager's job. Once you get on a pitch, you should be able to pass quicker. You should be able to run quicker. You should be able to run harder. You should run faster. And that's where I have the arguments with people where a lot of people are Slot out because he's not doing this, he's not doing that. Yeah, but what are the players doing? When they go out there, is he telling Van Dijk to rush that pass? Like in that goal we conceded, Van Dijk made 3 mistakes. When have you ever seen Van Dijk make 3 mistakes in 5 seconds? He loses the ball, first of all. Then this is another argument for people. He doesn't press the attacker. Something he's done through his whole career. So all of a sudden, now we're losing games. It's a massive problem. Van Dijk is always backing off. He's done that for years, and people were fine with it. But in this moment, he should have come forward, and then he turned, and then it hit what is probably going to go straight to the goalkeeper. It hits him and goes in. It's 3 mistakes in one, and it's like, come on. When it rains, it pours. Because it wasn't a great shot. Let's be honest. People were going on like, it wasn't a great shot. It just got heavily deflected and it went in. But it comes from even before then. Konate, win your header. Like, you're 6'4", 6'5", and you're against Robbie. Like, I'm not being funny. He's a stocky guy, but you got to win that header. He loses the header. The ball goes over his head, and then it's panic stations.
James, you got to allow him though. I feel like that was the only mistake he made in that game, bruv. It
wasn't only. It was the biggest. It wasn't only. Yeah. He didn't have a terrible game. He didn't have a terrible game. But what the problem we're having is his mistakes are leading to things, not direct goals. But it always seems like he makes a mistake, and then 2 or 3 actions later, there's a goal.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's unfortunate for him.
Alisson had the same kind of performance for me. He had a substandard performance for me, and I feel like it's kind of oozing amongst the squad. Like the lack of confidence and just self-belief. You can see that it's really kind of you
got 2 teams that are playing each other. One is suffering in confidence, and one is extremely confident. And Sunderland are confident at the moment.
Yeah,
they can go places and they can get a result. Away
Chelsea
from home has not been great, but they beat Chelsea away from home. They're very tough to play. They can bring players off the bench that are going to make a difference. They were 2-0 down on the weekend and came back and won that game 3-2. So they're not going to go to Anfield. What they got to lose? They're in where they are in the league is not where you think they should be. Where they 5th, 6th, and they're going to Liverpool, and Liverpool are suffering with a lack of confidence at the moment. So everything is going to go wrong, and you see it like. Wirtz is on course to get his first goal, and he gets given as an own goal.
That is horrible.
You know what I'm saying?
And he played well.
It wasn't on target though.
Yeah, it was a poor shot. He should have scored in the first half. He had a good chance in the first half. That he should have scored.
A little birdie told me today that who is it? Timber and Calafiori have more GA than
Wirtz.
No.
Isak together.
And Salah together. I ain't checking myself, but that's what the birdie said. I ain't fact checked it. That shows you.
It probably is. I think Salah's got 2 goals and Isak's got 1 goal. So if they've got more than 3 between them, then I think. I think Timber's got at least 2 goals this season.
Yikes! How the mighty have fallen, boy. Them stats are horrendous.
But
we're 2 points off Champions League. That's my target right now.
What's interesting as well, though, I know that Liverpool talk about the amount of signings that they've made, but Sunderland have made more. Because I'm sure that this team that played, the team that played in the Championship playoff final is very different to this team that they've got now.
Yeah.
They've seemed to have played this team and they've kind of gelled in a very short space of time.
If we're being honest, it's not Liverpool that keeps saying that it's a signings, it's everyone else. Everyone else is saying Liverpool signed to it. I keep banging on. No, we haven't. All the players we signed are players that we need. We didn't go out and frivolous. Let's go by here. Everyone apart from a Leone was a replacement for somebody. Yeah. So, in terms of getting into jail, listen, Lebris has done a fantastic job. You're right. In terms of, I think it's 8 players that they've signed that are all starters from before. So, listen, I give him more credit than I criticize us. Yes, we should win our home games. Yes, we should win our home games against newly promoted teams. But in the form we're in the fact we've got zero confidence right now, which we probably should have got a bit from the West Ham game, it was a difficult fixture to come up against. End of the day, Arsenal got granted was away from home, but they got a point off Arsenal. You said yourself they beat Chelsea, and they had no fear coming to our ground.
None whatsoever. Even Slot admitted that he's got no fear. But can I ask you a question? This is my last question, as usual. What's going on with Salah, though? Serious. What's going on with him?
Nothing. You asked for him to get dropped. He got dropped, and you're like, he got rotated. But it looks like he was dropped because it was 2 in a row. Mm-hmm. And he came on the second half. He wasn't horrible.
Bruv, he came on. There was a bit of
huh?
He never made one bit of impact whatsoever when he came on. I know it might have not been rubbish, but he wasn't Salah. He didn't produce any moments where you thought, there could be something here. Not one.
Yeah, but he hasn't done that all season. So it's not like what's wrong with Salah. He hasn't done that all season. So it's not like he's been what we're seeing now. Unfortunately, is what we've seen since the beginning of the season, and no one knows the full reason, and we never will, because unless he writes a book and tells people what was the reason for his drop-off this season, we're never going to know. But hopefully, at some point, it's going to turn around, whether that's against Leeds on the weekend or whether he goes to African nations, he comes back a renewed person. Who knows? The worrying thing is usually he's like this after African nations. Usually he's flying before African nations, then he comes back and we see this version of Salah. So hopefully this year it's in reverse. Hopefully he comes back and he goes on a scoring spree and we find ourselves second or third in the table by the end of the season. Long shot, but
I don't think it is a long shot with the way the points are going, bruv. To be honest, it's one of them, innit? I don't think that's a long shot at all in terms of points, to be fair.
We've got to get the wins. That's what I'm worried about. We've got to get the wins.
Do you know what? Whoever starts getting goals and starts scoring goals, starts getting on a good run of form, I think they're going to be a shoo-in to get top 4 because everybody is dropping points. And the points gap between the top 4 and where Liverpool are now isn't far off. It could be Liverpool and Man United, but everybody keeps dropping points when they could be getting wins or should be getting wins.
4th to 9th is 2 points.
That's ridiculous.
And maybe when Salah goes AFCON, then Chiesa might start getting starts.
Don't let me start on this, bro.
I feel like he was your best player, by the way. Like, because not only did he
Verts was our best player.
You're gassing a little bit. He saved Liverpool's blushes
Verts was
with that
player.
recovery run to stop the ball from going in from
so my opinion,
Isidore. I don't care about your opinion.
You tell him, bro. You tell him.
Because we know you're on trolling right now.
I couldn't say that with a straight face. My bad. I couldn't say that with a straight face.
Right. We'll take your opinion now because we'll move to Man United. Now we'll listen to your opinion.
We done Man United piece already, didn't we? Didn't we start with that?
By yourself, bro.
Unless you really want to say your stitch up.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, to be honest with you, it lacked a lot of things, bruv. We didn't get the result at home. Again, I feel like this was just almost a direct repeat of Everton. I'm going to say their name again. That's for you, Leon. He gets the joke. But yeah, anyway, I feel like it was a direct repeat. The only difference is we managed to get some points out of this one. First half, we were non-existent for at least half an hour. Didn't have a good start. West Ham they weren't in control, but they were a threat. And I was sitting there watching the game and I was saying, you know what? We are literally, not we. West Ham are one pass away from being one-on-one or in front of goal. That's how it felt every time they attacked. It was like we were getting like the last minute blocks. Casemiro sliding across the box to stop a shot on Lemems. It was just all happening so quickly. And United weren't necessarily taking the ball by the horns, knowing that they're the home team and taking the game to West Ham. They're second or third from bottom. They're fighting relegation, bro. Why are we in a dogfight at home? Like, I just don't get it. Is it because Amarin's deciding to make changes again to the back line, putting 3 guys playing together for the first time this season against a team that are desperate for a win? Makes total sense, doesn't it? Is our lack of goal threat today because Amarin decided that he was going to put 3 people up front that haven't played with each other? That I'm going to give him a little bit of grace, only a little bit, because
3 of them, they've played together though. Apart from Xerxes.
Who?
What is Cunha and Bremo?
This season,
Cunha and Bremo played together.
And Xerxes, them 3 haven't played together this season. Not in the Premier League.
Cunha and Bremo have though.
Yeah, it's only 2. It's only one of them.
But as a triple threat, they haven't played together. So still, the chemistry needs to be there, Bev. I understand what you're saying with Mbeumo and Cunha. Cunha didn't even look at it today, in my opinion. He didn't look like he had, the maverick in him today. He just looked someone desperate to just...
Bro.
I warned you.
West Ham though.
I warned you.
Even we beat West Ham.
I warned you, bro.
Even we beat West Ham.
Yeah,
you beat them 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
Seriously though, big and serious. Hasn't Bremo actually been that good?
He has. No, I think he's been better at Brentford.
2 games.
But he's still trying to find form. He wasn't good. He wasn't bad today. But he wasn't, outstanding. Cunha was a disappointment for me today, completely. But you could say it was his first game back jitters, or he's just trying to get back into fitness. I don't know, but he looked like he's just desperate. He looked too desperate on the ball and running around. There was no purpose, and I couldn't really. For me, I would have preferred Mount, because Mount, I don't know. He feel like I'm gonna get something out of Mount. I don't know. We just lacked that fluidity today. The only person for me that looked like they were really going to get a goal was Fernandes. He turned up in so many different goal scoring positions, but didn't manage to find the back of the net because he found the post. It got deflected off someone. It was just Areola made a save from Mbeumo. It was too much, bruv. We need to just kill games off, man. Serious.
I don't think you can.
Serious.
Like watching that game, your attacking impetus is low. Like you got the goal. And then I was like, you just let West Ham back into the game. And I was thinking, United didn't get in a second. I didn't think West Ham were going to get a goal, but United weren't going to get a second. And they didn't look like... It just looked like it was the same kind of stuff. I've seen this attacking from Everton, from Crystal Palace. It's just the same stuff. Go down the wings and try and whip balls in and hope that someone gets on the end of it. Like the goal that you scored... It's like a ricochet, falls to Dalot, and he puts it into the back of the net.
No, it wasn't a ricochet. Casemiro clipped the ball into Dalot. He touched it and sent Wan-Bissaka and Aurelio on one side and just buried it bottom corner.
Yeah, but the shot was a ricochet though, bro. The shot was a ricochet, bro. That's like me trying to say Virtue's shot was on target. It was going top bin.
No.
Neither are correct, my friend.
Like when you look at the difference, you look at Man United, you look at West Ham, and you look at when Jarrod Bowen's running forward, he looks like a threat. He looks like he can make stuff happen. And if it wasn't for Callum Wilson stopping his run, that's 2-1 West Ham. He pulls it back and it's an easy tap in for Wilson. And I just don't see that same thing from United. You might get moments
No.
from Ahmad, and you might get moments from Bruno. But other than that, it's just like it's just hit and hope. It's just gonna spam crosses in and hope that someone puts their head on the back head on
To
it.
be honest, though, Bev, to be honest, I feel like today we look like more of a threat than we did against Crystal Palace and Everton. Yeah, I feel like in terms of players on form in the right positions and so on, I feel like we look like more of a threat. Ahmad definitely was probably one of the people that I would say that I could look to him to create a chance today. And Bruno had more chances than he did do in both of them games. However, I have to agree with your kind of attacking impetus comment. Like, we don't have the purpose of, like, we don't have someone in there that we know is going to deliberately score. Like, this is what their plan is. Like, these guys are getting into the final third and almost running out of ideas to some degree, you know, and almost just trying to make it up. And we need purpose out there. And I don't know, when I look at the bench and I'm seeing that we've got one of our under 21s out there, which was nice to see, and we've got no Sheshko, he's injured and so on. You just say to yourselves, the next few games are going to be very difficult if we can't start getting goals in other positions on the pitch. Do you know, like Arsenal, for example, you guys are almost well-rounded because you've got quite a few players in, like you just said to James, and it might be a joke, but those are the things that kind of measure where you are when everybody in your team they're having input in scoring goals. Do you get what I'm saying? But we don't have that. We don't have that, and that's where we're struggling massively. I mean, we've scored 22 and conceded 21. But we could have scored way more than that.
I just think you just lack quality up front. And I think that the way that you're playing is that, like, the long ball and then it's whipping. It's easy for teams to read. They know what you're going to do. They've seen it. If I've seen it for the last 3-4 games, then everyone's seen it.
Yeah.
Should you still be in the job?
Yeah. I like the way he speaks.
Oh, boy. I was hoping you like the way he coached. But boy, that's another story.
No, I think he doesn't deserve to lose his job. I don't think he's doing that bad here, but I do feel like we need the guys on the pitch to do better. That's what I think right now.
So who are your leaders? Because you're not getting leadership from him. So let's throw the question back. You're not getting leadership from the manager. So
Bruno.
You're getting frustration from Bruno, and you're getting arms thrown up in the air and all that other stuff. But
he's the only one that I could look to get goals and get assists to make a change in a game. Albeit he could have been the game changer today if he'd have scored his goals. But people like him, even Casemiro had a decent game today as well, to be honest. So them guys, like Casemiro's come good since the end of last season, beginning of this season. I wouldn't say that he's had a horrible season in comparison to last year.
It's been a lot better than last season. It's been a lot better than last season.
Like, those guys right now, they are the nucleus. They are keeping things together somewhat, but barely.
Man, that's two guys that Man United fans don't actually want to be there either. That's a mad thing.
Exactly.
Okay. We'll move on. Man City, what on earth happened in that game? I mean, 5-1 up. You think, put the queue in the rack, leave. Just leave.
Leave.
Beat the rush.
Leave.
Beat the rush.
Yeah.
Beat the rush. But damn, the Nigerians decided to put on a performance. Something they couldn't do for us to get us to the World Cup. They decided to do it for Fulham. Scoring screamers from outside the box and all sorts.
Honourable mention though, that guy that they brought on, Chukwueze.
Yeah,
bruv, he's had 2 games on the bounce where I've looked at him thinking, raw, he might not be there next year, if he keeps this up, because he is fire.
No, the problem with him is consistency. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go then.
Yes.
Because he caused us problems as well, but he's not a consistent performer, which is why he hasn't solidified himself at any one team really at the moment.
He was at AC. They got from AC.
Yeah.
He's at Villarreal as well.
Yeah. That's where he came from. I think he came through their youth ranks, did he? Kind of not.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, he went there at a young age.
He was there. Yeah, he went there young. He went there
Yeah.
young.
But I mean, City, they literally, as you said, they put their queue in a rack. The defense literally went home. City's defense literally went home because they just allowed Fulham to basically pull themselves back into the game, and Fulham almost equalised. If it wasn't for clearance off the line from Guardiola,
yeah,
it would have been 5-5, and that would have been pretty epic. But yeah, right now, Pep seems quite relaxed, which I don't know if it's like, things must be going well in his private life because he was looking mad stressed for many years when they were winning, but maybe he's become a little bit more philosophical. But he knows there's something not quite right with the defence. City have always played on the front foot, and you've seen a couple times this season where they've played a little bit out of what they would normally do under Pep's leadership, against Arsenal, sitting back on a 1-0 lead, and even against Liverpool, he didn't really feel like they were playing as a team on the ascendancy. But to be 5-1 up and to allow the team to come back to 5-4, they've won the game, but it's crazy. It's crazy. And fair play to Fulham, they didn't throw in the towel. I'm sure many fans would have felt at 5-1 it's time to go home, and it was peeing down with rain as well, so it wasn't nice out there. But no, Fulham have, I don't think their league position is a fair reflection of how they've played. I think they've been unlucky in a few games this season, but Tottenham likes to give gifts, so we gave them their first away win. And then City pretty much, I mean, let's be honest, City were quite fortunate with a couple of their goals as well.
Yes.
Especially the one which Foden scored, which was a miscontrol from Haaland, which ended up going to Foden, and he's neatly tucked it away.
Haaland's finish was class, though.
It was.
And credit to him, 100 goals.
100 goals, yeah.
Can't argue with that.
100 goals.
Yeah.
No, mate.
111
quickest
games.
to 100 goals,
111,
innit?
man. 111,
Unreal.
bro.
That's crazy.
Unreal.
Hopefully that City's defense keeps letting them down, man. They just keep leaking goals.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we get a title race.
The funny thing is,
we got a title race.
We don't have
you
a
know the
title
funny
race
thing
right
is,
now.
Bev, if they didn't concede them 4 goals, they'd probably be around about level with you guys with goal difference. Imagine that. So
No, they wouldn't. Well,
why not?
Well, with goals, well, hold on.
Well, goal difference, like as in, because they're on plus 16 at the minute, and you guys are on plus 20 in it. So they didn't look like they were going to concede in that game, and all of a sudden the floodgates open. It's one of them. So I feel like if City decide that, you know what, we're just going to crank this up a bit, I feel like it could quickly change. But obviously, you guys have been consistent.
They do have the ability, but
They've got the ability. Can we do it?
If it's Foden and Haaland at the moment, Reinders has been inconsistent, and what's his weight? Who's the midfielder?
Doku.
Doku's been
Rodri.
inconsistent. No, not Rodri. The other one. Is it Nico?
Nico
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Yeah, when he came off, it changed. But if they can't play Nico Gonzalez and then play Bernardo Silva in the midfield, that don't work. And they need Rodri to come back. If Rodri comes back, then it could be very different for them.
But they can't play Rodri and Bernardo in there either.
No, they can't.
Rodri
No.
and Nico.
Yeah, they'll get run ragged.
And Doku and Savinho have been very inconsistent. When they have good games, they're good, but when they have bad games, it's shocking.
Doku's still living off the Liverpool game, bro. He's still celebrated.
He's having a great time. But yeah, just hopefully they just don't get cooking, man. They just leaking goals.
We need them to find form along with everyone else to keep the league running.
They've got Sunderland next, so that'll be interesting. They've got Sunderland next, that'll be very interesting.
All right, so a bonus 2 minutes. We'll probably give them 2 minutes because we're running out of time. Leeds, our next opponents, they've done it to me again. I was sitting there on Saturday and I was like, Sunderland are losing. That's all good. They're coming to Anfield, they'll be dispirited. And then they win the game 3-2. And I'm like, goodness sake. And then I'm thinking, okay, Leeds have got Chelsea. Chelsea are just told everyone how they should have beaten Arsenal. The reason they didn't beat Arsenal because they had a man sent off and they were better before and they were better after. And then they're going to lose 3-1 to Leeds. Credit to Leeds because Farker, in the Man City game, he switched the formation to a back five and their fortunes changed in that game. They scored 2 goals, got it back from 2-0 down to 2-2 and were unfortunate to concede a late goal from Foden. And this game, in that same system, same formation, he went longer. He wasn't playing as short as he normally does, and it's made a difference because
Tanaka, what a goal!
Great goal from Tanaka. The Chelsea, what happened with Chelsea? That third goal, tossing. Hey, what was he playing at?
Oh, bro, Sanchez was losing his head.
Yeah, bro.
He was going bananas on a level. If any of us are on the pitch, any of us, and that happens. There's fireworks. Trust me. There's fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, Sanchez is not exactly the best person to be out here dishing out blame. But,
Trust
you know, I have to agree with his reaction as you can't do that. I mean, the fact that it was so lackadaisical and it wasn't even like they were in control of the game. They were trying to get a goal. Yeah. So for them to have conceded that goal, I mean, the manager must have been. He hasn't got any hair, but he would have been pulling whatever.
He's pulling out his beard, bro.
His beard. But yeah, not a good look for Chelsea. So as Bevan rightly said, another pretender.
From the beginning. Bevan said from the beginning. This is what we have to expect. They're going to have these good games, team. And they're going to do this.
Yeah,
young team.
I remember
inconsistency.
This time last year, I think they were 2 points behind Liverpool, and I think at one point, if they had won a game, they would have gone top of the table, and they didn't. And they lost to like second from bottom. And then they spiral for the next 2-3 games. And listen, I guess their shining light is they know that it's partly because they lost Caicedo. Their record, I think they're down to like 20% when they don't have Caicedo. Something like that. Something along those lines.
That's a big hit, boy.
Not only that, though, James, they don't have Caicedo. They rested James. And then they had Badiashile and tossing at centre back, which is completely different what they had on Sunday.
Yeah, tried to rotate in it.
Yeah, too many rotations. I don't think you can take out James and Caicedo in your midfield. You got to have at least one of them in there.
So he didn't respect Leeds. He didn't respect Leeds
at all.
No, I think it's because James was running the show in the game before that. He ran ragged, didn't it? So it was one of them. He had to be rested.
The thing is, it's the truth though. He was running the show, but at the same time, they've kept him fit for quite a number of months now, which is new for him. So for them, it's like, okay, we can't play him all these 3 games in a week. It's not possible.
True, bruv.
And then
it's only a matter of time before he gets injured. Yeah,
yeah, and they're thinking it's Leeds. We can probably get away with it. But boy, credit to Leeds. Hopefully, they've had their day in the sun and they go back to normal on Saturday night at 5:30. Because boy. We need to win on Saturday. We need to win. But all right, cool. That has been our rundown, our review of this midweek action. And there's only one guy smiling. And we need to wipe that smile off his face quick time. So, right, we move on, as I say every week, to the favourite part of the show.
Predictions.
Player of the week. And we're into the realms. Leon is on week 2 of his 6 in a row. So, Leon, who is your player of the week this week? I probably know who it is, but
my player of the week this week is Haaland. I think breaking the record for 100 goals. When people said he come from a farmers league and he's come to the Prem and he's absolutely destroyed it. Let's be honest. So yeah, mine goes to Haaland for reaching 100 goals.
Player of the week. You said, it's going to be a difficult one, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. I don't know,
Well, because you can't pick one of
the No. I'd like to give it to the Sunderland manager, because against all odds, this guy's pulling results out of the bag, and he's had another decent week. So yeah,
Yeah.
long may it continue. Apart
You
from
are
if they're playing
shameless.
United.
No shit.
Forever shameless. Like I said last week, just admit you're a Liverpool hater.
Not even that.
Man's trying to hide.
Is it
man's
called?
trying to hide that he's not.
Is it called man of the game
So-
week, or is it
so-
player
so-
of the game week?
So try again.
That's what I said. No, that's what I said.
Try again.
The Sunderland manager. The Sunderland
Try
manager.
again.
Yeah.
Can't give it to
It's
a
called player of the
manager.
Was he on the pitch? He
Player.
wasn't on the pitch, bro.
It's called player of the week. Try again.
Player.
Right. I'm gonna have to give it to Haaland then.
It's all right. You had a nice little break. I can edit it out. Bevan?
Yeah, I was gonna go to Merino, but I'm not. I'm gonna give it to Haaland. Goal, an assist, a proper assist as well for Randers, and
Great
fastest
assist,
to 100
actually.
Goals. Yeah, man. We got 2 in it because they're giving it the other one to
The ricochet.
the Ricochet. They're giving that as an assist as well. Everything's an assist.
Oh,
these days. But yeah, goes to Haaland.
It helped my fantasy. He's my captain this
Does
week.
Verts get an assist for his one as well?
Well, yeah, because his own goal.
Yeah. Or technically, no, I believe. But yeah, he gets one. My one, I'll give it to Christian Romero. 2 goals as centre back, diving header that Cunha or Embremo or Sesko will be proud of, but they can't do.
You're such a drawer.
Bro, you need to draw out a couple of Tottenham strikers in there as well. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, I need to. It's a Romero's moment. But yeah, and then obviously a bicycle kick similar to one that Wayne Rooney has lived his career off. So well done for him. We move on to moment of the week. Leon, what was your moment of the week?
The overhead kick.
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
when I saw him about to take it, I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Did you
But-
celebrate though?
Of course I did. But the worst part of it was what the hell was Newcastle doing to not stop that ball from going in the back of the net? It moved so slow. It obviously hit his
so
shin.
slow.
It bounced in like 3 times before it even hit the net, bro. I couldn't believe it. But it's the moment of the week for me. So I'm going with Romero's bicycle kick off the shin.
Lamont?
I was gonna say something, you know, but I'm just gonna leave it.
You're gonna say the
Yeah,
Chiesa clearance of the line.
No, it was like a little combination.
Bro, that was a moment of the.
that's
That was
the
a
moment of the
moment,
week.
bruv.
That's a
Honestly,
moment,
that was a
bro.
moment.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's a
if
moment.
Liverpool had lost, that might have been peak for
Brother,
slot, you know.
Bruv,
Like serious from the kick from the keeper, Rolfie.
he was celebrating.
Roof. It was
Brother,
a
yeah,
brilliant
because-
ball as well.
He was celebrating.
Mate, well controlled, got all the way to the box, and yeah, he just couldn't finish his dinner. But Chiesa kept on running, boy, and that's what you want in a team. You want someone like that. So I'm giving it to Chiesa, man. That's my moment of the week. That was class.
My moment of the week after Chelsea beat Arsenal 1-0 on Sunday, I'm giving my moment of the week to Tosin for that great bit of defending.
Look at this
Not
one.
surprised.
Look at this one. See, his arc has started, bro.
Bro,
Well into his
innit?
arc.
There was,
Well
bro,
into his
we
arc.
know the Bevan's been hiding it, man. You know that already. He's an Arsenal fan. Let's be real honest.
What does that mean?
Can't-
What do you mean? What does
hide
that
it.
mean,
You
bro?
can't hide it.
Eventually, you're gonna be pulling out some
True
fake
colours.
trophies and that. Just
Oh,
as
no,
it's coming.
no. If you,
Bro, it's probably behind him somewhere already, bro. It's probably been made. Well, Lamont has actually stolen mine because that was my moment of the week. Because at one point, I looked up and I thought we're going to concede. And then I saw him chasing back. And he was... The reason why it's a moment of the week, because he could have given away a penalty. He actually pushed Isidore in the back.
Brother,
And there's
I said the same thing.
There's many a guy that would have fallen down and taken a penalty.
100%.
But thankfully, Isidore was an honest person and he tried to score the goal. Because you want to score at Anfield. He might not be taking a penalty.
Yeah.
So he tried to score, but then credit to Chiesa because a lot of people, they run full speed. And what you see them slide across and then the ball go behind them and then they look and then
Or through their legs,
the
or they fall
the
over.
ball goes in. He had the wherewithal to wait, to get his feet ready and wait for the shot to come in, and he cleared it, and he even had a little celebration to the fans afterwards to say, yeah, he should be starting on Saturday. For me, he's done enough in my book for Gakpo to be rested and for him to be given a go. Gakpo didn't have his greatest game, and it's time for Chiesa to be given a go. So yeah, he gets my moment of the week. We move on to our predictions.
This one's not going to be easy, bro. I can't lie, man. All these results are all over the place. I'm telling you.
This is a tough week.
Well, you're lucky Leon starts, so you've got a bit of time.
First game?
Villa versus Arsenal, the 12:30 kickoff.
Oh man!
So while you're thinking, I can do a little talking while you're thinking about it. So Arsenal travel to Villa Park. Villa are in good form at home, but Arsenal obviously league leaders for a reason, and their form is out of this world at the moment. I say with gritted teeth. So general consensus means we'll probably all vote the same way. But what's your scoreline, Leon?
1-1.
Oh, 1-1.
I have to agree. 1-1, same here, mate. Honestly, I thought 2-2, but it's not likely they're going to score 2 past Arsenal. I just can't see it.
And Bissot's in goal.
Bizot.
Oh, Bizot.
Yeah.
So, same. What about yourself, Bevan?
Yeah, I was going to go 1-0 as well, you know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Villa's a tough game for Arsenal, always. Even when they've won, it's not been a walk in the park.
Convincing.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, man. I was actually going to go for a win, but...
We'll go for a win then, bro.
I don't actually want them to win. I don't want to give Arsenal credit. I don't want to give Arsenal credit.
You need to get on the table, though, my guy.
It's away. Oh, it's away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-2.
Bottled it. You bottled it.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I thought it was at Emirates. I forgot it was away. Even though I read out Villa versus Arsenal, I actually forgot it was away. So 2-2. All right, Spurs versus Brentford. All right, 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal. I said it. I got there before anyone said it.
What do you mean? That was a whole 2 minutes, bro.
No. I said. I did say
You done?
like
you
10
moved
seconds.
on.
No one answered.
2-2. Brentford, Tottenham.
2-2.
Can't believe I'm saying this.
2-2. You
2-2.
reckon you're going to get a draw with Brentford? It might not be unlikely, though, to be honest.
You can. I don't think Brentford would be great away from home.
We should win that game, but I can't guarantee that, and I'm going to be there firsthand. So
Think about it, your home form is horrible, bro. So I just can't see it.
So what are you
Am
going
I
for?
calling
Then?
another draw here?
I said 2-2, so it's up to you.
No, I mean, sorry, Lamont. Sorry.
2-1
To who?
Spurs.
After all that,
In it.
Mental.
I'd love any win. 1-0, own goal, just as long as it's for Tottenham.
Bevan.
Brentford will score first.
I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford.
Lord have mercy. I knew there was something I didn't like about you, Bevan.
I'm going for Arsenal fan, yeah.
What are we doing here?
2-1 Spurs. I'll go with the hot hand.
I'm so hoping they prove me wrong, man.
Pause.
So hoping they prove me wrong.
Leeds versus Liverpool. Leon.
Who the hell knows? We don't know what Liverpool's going to turn up.
Yeah, this could be anything.
Honestly, I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
Bruv, just a quick stat, yeah? Liverpool have scored 13 goals the last 3 times they've met. Leeds.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. we're not repeating that, boy, unless
I can't see that happening. It's going to be closer than 6 anything, to be honest. But I see 6 goals, so I'm going to say 3-2.
What? That's
3-2.
So he's on the
Sorry,
mix.
I think you say 4-2.
4-2. No, I was going to say 4-2.
4-2 Leeds, yeah?
I'm going to say 4-2 to Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-2 Liverpool.
Bevan?
2-1 Leeds.
Wow.
I am going 2-0 Liverpool.
Remember, Leeds' defense has been leaky, bruv. So I'm
It
just
has. Well,
whoa, it really has.
Right. So this one should be a banker. Actually, I thought today was a banker, so maybe not. Leon, Wolves versus Man United.
We're gonna get them right out of their flipping consecutive slump. Don't worry about that. There's a gift right there before Christmas. I can tell you that for free.
2-1 Wolves.
Listen, now, you're just taking a piss. Bro.
I hope you are right.
You see how you just made me cuss on flipping telly, dog. What happened to you, man?
Bro, you said it first. You said they're out here dishing out. Get your teams out here dishing out gifts.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna give Wolves a gift.
Yeah. And I feel like Cunha's gonna get a red card in that game. I don't know why.
I don't know.
He's just gonna go too hard and just clamp a man.
Cunha's going to score.
Yeah, I think he'll score. I definitely think he'll score. Right, United to win away from home, 2-1. It's going to be like 1-0, innit? That's 2-1. Just quickly 2-1. I think it's going to be.
Over to you, sir.
2-0 United. John Larson.
2-0 Man United. 2-0 United.
I'm not convinced with about 2 of my scores that I've given today. I can't even lie to you. Most weeks
Me
I feel
neither.
like, you know what, that's it. But
I've
the run of
gotten a
form with
few-
all these teams, bruv, there's no kind of formula.
Yeah, I've taken a punt. I'm not convinced Arsenal going to win, but
Bro, I took a punt on Wolves, bro. That's
yeah, that is.
it's a little bit stupid. I feel a bit stupid, but I didn't have time to change my mind because Lamont went straight after.
Okay, so it's a mixed bag today. It's going to be interesting, but that table with Lamont, at the top doesn't look great right now. So we need to fix that. We need to change that. So, come to the end of another show, and unfortunately, Arsenal still top, and they'll still be there because 5 points now, aren't you? So
Yes.
they'll still be there at the end of next weekend as well. So yeah, thank you guys for another good show, and thank you guys for watching. And I'll ask you, as I always do, the same thing. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and please hit the notification button so that you can keep up to date with what we're posting, because there will be things going out throughout the weekend even. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.
Later.
Peace.